Why every Gambian should be an entrepreneur. The Gambia is a beautiful country on the coast of West Africa, and it's the smallest country in the West African region. It has a population of approximately 2.5 million people, different cultures, a beautiful coastline, and a culture of hospitality that is one of a kind. They call it the smiling coast of West Africa. Everywhere you go, you meet people who are smiling. The youth are all over the place. It's bustling, lots of energy. And it's a country that has a lot of tourism potential already. Lots of tourists from Europe come to the Gambia every single year to rest, to connect with the locals, find their lovers, build relationships, try the food, the culture, and everything. But one thing I've noticed being here in the Gambia is that a lot of Gambians are afraid of enterprising. So those who have made money, majorly people who have gone abroad, worked in the diaspora, made money in euros, in yuan, in yen, in dollars, have come back home, invested either in real estate, and the most daring amongst them started their own businesses, or you have the Indians, the Lebanese, the Turkish who emigrated here either in first generation, second generation, or third generation, who have started businesses, who are trading, supermarkets. Some are now venturing into agriculture or a little bit of manufacturing. And then you have the larger population. When you speak with them about business and entrepreneurship, they're always telling you, "Oh, I don't have enough money. The country is there's no opportunities. All the markets are saturated." That is the word I hear often: saturated, or that the country is dry. The country is dry. That there's no money circulating. And so the reason why a lot of people are in this mindset is because the large part of the population has been dependent upon money coming from abroad. And so the families abroad, the cousins abroad, the girlfriends and the boyfriends and the husbands and the wives who are abroad sending euros and dollars. And then everyone in the family lives off of that. And so a lot of people here, even though they have ideas of what they could do, for them, without having the capital, they can't be able to start. And those who do have the capital, then they feel like there's not enough trustworthy people that they can be able to work with. There's not enough opportunities that they can seize. And so the easiest way is to buy land, hold, and then sell in the future. So if the value goes up, we sell, or to build an apartment building, build houses, rent them. And the innovators, I said, are the ones who try out new ventures, who create new types of businesses, either in agribusiness, restaurants, services, and try to create new things for the country. And so I've been an innovator for many years. I started the first agro-tourism retreat in my country. I went to Kenya also, where I was able to build an organic farm, start one of the first healthy food businesses in Kenya. I ran a luxury event business that we sold successfully. I've been coaching and training thousands and thousands of young innovators, entrepreneurs, and leaders across Africa. So I've had the opportunity to see and work on multiple different types of business models, business ideas that I've heard from people I've been coaching over the years. And so for me, wherever I hear that there's lack of opportunities, wherever I hear that the market is saturated, I hear innovation. And so I hear try something new, try something different, try to do what you have in mind, but that no one else is doing. Because if everyone is following the same path, that is what leads to saturation. It means everyone's offering the same thing. Everyone is repeating the same cycle. Everyone is repeating the type of service. Everyone is offering the same value to the customers. And so how do you differentiate yourself when everyone is doing the same? Just be different. It's as simple as that. Like, just figure out what others are afraid of doing. What are they not doing for their customers? What value are they not offering for their customers? What service are they not willing to give to their customers, and do it? Don't tell yourself, "Oh, why is no one doing it, so I'm not going to do it." Because the reason no one is doing it is because everybody's focused doing the same thing. And because everyone's focused doing the same thing, there's a lot of space. They call that blue ocean innovation, right? In the concept of blue ocean innovation compared to red ocean innovation is that whenever the ocean is red, it means there's a lot of blood. And where there's a lot of blood means there's a lot of competition. Everyone's reducing their prices. So let's say I'm a designer and I come into the market, I find everyone's doing these types of, clothes. And so I go and do the same type of clothes. I go and find the same type of fabric. I do the same. And then, oh no, there's too much competition. Let me do it cheaper. So what I do is now I'm going to either reduce the quality of these fabrics and do it cheaper, or I'm going to try to reduce my costs while doing the same. So I reduce my profit margins in order to be able to compete. So it's a race to the bottom. So I cut my prices, the other one cuts their prices, the other one cuts their prices, and we just keep cutting our prices until all of us are out of business, right? I think that there's a lot of businesses in the Gambia that are ripe for innovation simply because the owners are just thinking about price. Price is not a competitive advantage in an oversaturated market, right? Actually, by raising your prices, reducing your customers, and adding more value to your customers, you could actually make it better. I'll give you an example. Dry cleaning. There are several dry cleaning businesses in the Gambia, and we've tried several of them. We send our clothes out, we wait to get a result, and see if we should continue offering the service, offering our clothes to the same service supply. And you notice that you'll find one, you have a great relationship with them. Like the person is very jovial, very cordial, very respectful, and you see it's an entrepreneur who's trying to grow their business, and you give them your clothes. And they tell you, okay, I'll get it ready for you in 3 days. 3 days later, you come, you pick up, your clothes are good, you're happy, good, you pay them. So you now build this relationship. But then the problem with this type of entrepreneur often is consistency. Is that he did it well the first time, did it well the second time. Immediately you want to become a loyal customer, flip. Either some of your clothes are missing or they have not been well washed, and suddenly excuses start. Oh, there was this problem with electricity, there was this problem with this, and you were never informed. They never called you on time to tell you, they never informed you on time to let you know, they never gave you that preemptive information that would have allowed you to plan differently. And then you have others. They have a very nice, place, very nice design, but poor customer service, poor interaction with the customers. You come, they treat you as if you're doing them a favor by bringing your clothes to them. And so this individual is here, you bring them your clothes, they don't tell you exact date when it's going to come out. They say, well, I'll call you when it's ready, right? Again, as if they're doing you a favor, right? And then when you get your clothes, you come, they give you attitude. So your clothes are well washed, but you have a difficult interaction with the customer. And someone would say, there are too many dry cleaners in the Gambia. There are too many already in Banjul. Like, why would I open another dry cleaner? But that's the reason why you should open another dry cleaner, is because most of them are not offering good service consistently to their customers. So you being able to offer consistent good service, to be able to connect with your customers and inform them whenever there's a change in their order, training your team to be jovial, you will have a thriving business in the Gambia. I guarantee you. There's a market for people like myself who have good clothes that need to be washed every single week. Because we can't wear the same clothes every single day. They get dirty, it's hot, it's sweaty, everyone is sweating, and you want your clothes to always smell good and to be well clean. So even if it has this, nice bag to cover it, and what if the service is poor, if the time is not known when it's going to come back, all those are issues. So someone can go into that space, or someone who's actually in that space can say, hey, I can actually go and buy up other dry cleaners and do better. So that's an opportunity. Simple things like agriculture. 90% of everything that is consumed in the Gambia is imported from Senegal. And it's not necessarily produced in Senegal, but it's imported from countries like Guinea, Ivory Coast, and it passes through Senegal before coming to the Gambia. And think about the trajectory, like the path that all these products take, the exposure to the fumes, to the air, and all this pollution before it gets to you. Think about what could happen if you could start producing one crop, just one crop, locally. Rather than waiting for it to be perfect, you have YouTube courses you can do. You can actually travel to any of these countries around and go and learn. You can import the knowledge. The YouTube Academy today allows everyone to learn anything. But start producing crops locally. That's a huge market. It's a huge market. If you think of pineapples alone, I am a large producer of pineapples in Guinea. And I come here in the Gambia and I see the prices of pineapples. And I do my market research and I realize that in the greater Banjul area alone, the market for pineapple is a 1 billion dalasis. I do my market research in the Gambia and I look and I find that there are 500,000, approximately 500,000 people living within the Gambian greater Banjul area. And if we consider that 30% of that population consumes 4 pineapples a month, right? That's 150,000 people times 4. That's 600,000 pineapples a month. If you take that and you multiply that by 12, that's 7.2 million pineapples over the course of the year. If we're just selling those pineapples at 100 dalasis, that's 720 million dalasis every year spent on pineapple. And if we take 150, that's 1 billion, 80 million dalasis spent every year on pineapples. That's the market for one crop, just one crop. What if we could take 30% of that market locally? When you think of real estate, people are still doing the same real estate, okay, luxury real estate, but think of what is the real need of the populations today. It's low-cost housing. Low-cost housing, you should have more buildings. And people have the resources. You actually have the resources. You can go to the bank, get a mortgage on your existing building, and build more buildings, standardized, estates. Build more estates. Oh, there's no money in the Gambia. There is money for needs of the people that are here. Because these people still work. There's still transactions being made. There's still the diaspora sending money. Transportation. I want to move around. Let's say I don't have my car. I have to wait to see if there's a Mercedes cab that is passing by. Why has no one built an app that these guys who already have smartphones, right? They already have smartphones. Why can't you connect us with them? And then you make money off of advertising. Oh, it's just too small of a market. But if you start in the Gambia and you have a proof of concept, you can then expand to another country. And so there are many, many innovative ideas that can be tested and tried in this market, but everyone's thinking it's too small of a market. The market is too small. The population is too small. I want to go big. Sometimes you have to start small before you go big. If you are born in a small country, you need to innovate in that country first. Everybody can't go succeed abroad. And those who have gone abroad, they're working hard. They're miserable sometimes. They're tired. They want to come back home. And so every little money that they're making there and saving, if they could find ways to grow that money here, you think they would be there? And so they all want to come back home. And so it's imperative for anyone who is thinking of being able to innovate in this country to know that the opportunity is there. You just have to be willing to take the risk. And so in the media space, there's so much opportunity to create new media platforms to inform the population in the local languages. May it be in Sarakole, may it be in Mandinka, may it be in Fula, may it be in Aku. Interactive conversations that allow people to engage and learn and be informed from a different perspective than what is already being done. And so I urge young people in the Gambia to start innovating. Don't be afraid to do something different. Try something new, try something different, try out all these ideas you have until you find what works for you. And that's what will make you succeed. Stop focusing on all these successful entrepreneurs out there and say, I want to be like them. You can't be like them. They are they, you are you. Try to be the best version of yourself. Try to build something for yourself. Try to create something for yourself that will make you become someone that other people will also say, I want to be like them. And so Gambians should all try to enterprise. Every Gambian should be an entrepreneur.